So something I really haven't talked about yet, I realized at the end of the last episode that I filmed. Whatever, too late. I can do it now. Jessica has a blooming relationship with a young man named Luke Cage, who, like her, has powers. His skin is unbreakable, and he's ridiculously strong, just like she's really, 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 really strong and can take a hit like a boss. And there you got a bit of a little romance going on here, and it really works. The two characters have a nice balance between the two, like personality wise. And in this episode, here in episode 3, we really kind of get to see some more layers to them. Both of them have kind of, not happy pasts that have brought them to be where they are now. He runs his bar, and while, he's happy doing what he wants to do, supposedly, you can still see the sadness that's behind him and the tragedy because he's lost his wife. And then there's Jessica, who's in kind of a shitty place in her life because she had this guy with the mind control powers fucking with her for so long. And it turns out that he had her kill somebody, and the person that she killed was Luke Cage's wife. Kind of crazy. A little coincidental, statistically unlikely, but whatever. It makes for compelling drama, and it makes for their little romance to not be looking too good, even though things were going so well. And I gotta say, like, the fact that this show stars a woman, and then her main love interest is a black guy. This is arguably the most progressive thing that Marvel's made in the cinematic sense so far. I mean, yeah, we got like Miss Marvel coming, and then Black Panther coming as well, and Wasp was kind of cool in Ant-Man, but didn't really do very much. So the fact that this is a show led by a woman, and then that's got a very diverse cast, and there's so many strong women in the show itself. Like there's the bloodthirsty cutthroat, but kind of sexy lesbian lawyer played by Carrie-Anne Moss, and then you got Trish. I don't know who the actress playing that is, but she's learning all kinds of Krav Maga and turning her apartment into like a fortress and things like that, and so she's pretty badass. And then you got the titular character Jessica Jones, who's awesome, and yeah, no, good for them. I mean, it's a little late, but like, hey, they're trying. You can see that these baby steps are there. I mean, it'd be much better if it was marathons as opposed to baby steps to get the Marvel Cinematic Universe like a little more diverse. That's a good way to put it. But it's this is a good way to do it, and it's kind of funny that they kind of did it all at once too. But what else? Like this. We had our first encounter with the mind control guy, and we see him for the first time in this episode, and it's a very tense interaction as Jessica is forced to fight her way through people that are fighting against her against their own will. That's very compelling drama. Like she has to fight these guys because they're going to kill her if she doesn't, but they're not fighting her on their own volition. So it's like, how far can she take this? And then there's the other aspect of kill this guy, Kilgrave. It's a silly name. Somehow they make it work on the show, but whenever I say Kilgrave, I don't know, I feel like a kid running around in the playground. But Kilgrave is the villain for this thing. But she realizes that she really needs to stop him no matter what. I mean, kind of an understatement on my part, I'll admit. And she starts going to all these different lengths, and we start getting an idea of what it means when she says that she's not a hero, because she's willingly putting people in harm's way in order to get into a better position, in order to get to Kilgrave. And that's not something we really have seen in the Marvel movies either, which is very nice. They're tackling all their diversity issues. They're tackling our kind of darker things for the first time. This is a real step for them. I like it. Yeah, Daredevil was dark. Obviously, it's dark. It's about a dude who becomes a super blind ninja dude because his dad got beaten to death. It's dark stuff. But this is like taking it to the next level. It's like even darker. And I mean, I don't want them to quite go, Man of Steel or Dark Knight Rises or anything like that, but I like this kind of darker take on things. It's interesting seeing the Marvel Cinematic Universe from like the nittier, grittier point of view, from the more everyday, well, not everyday because there still are superheroes, but closer to everyday than what we're used to getting. Like Luke Cage is just a bartender, Jessica Jones is just kind of a girl trying to put her life back together who pays her rent as a PI. These are more in a lot of ways, that makes these characters more relatable than the Avengers. You know, Thor's the god of thunder. Hulk gets angry because his soup was wrong, and he turns into a giant green monster. I mean, I've turned into a giant green monster when my food came out wrong, but he takes it to a whole nother level. But it's nice seeing these alternate things, and I guess that's what the TV series are supposed to be. Like Daredevil is, you know, just the guy version of Jessica Jones. There's more to it than that. But I like that these shows are doing that. I like that, and then also with Ant-Man, how it's not always just the end of the world that needs to be averted. It's nice to see some smaller things. Some, like Ant-Man was heists, Marvel was all gang things, and now, now we have Jessica Jones, which is kind of dealing with, like, abusive relationships, manipulative, well, on a thematic level anyway, abusive relationships, manipulative assholes who control their girlfriends and things like that. In a metaphorical sense, the psychological impacts of rape and other things like that. It's just a nice. It's not nice. Rape is horrible, and so are all the other things. But it's just interesting to see the darker side of things, and I really support that. And 3 episodes down, I think I'm going to try and get a little bit of sleep because I was up all night last night too working on my Hunger Games video. By the way, you should probably check that out. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in a couple hours. And Jessica Jones, 3 episode in, is very good. Very, very, very good. And that's how much sleep I need right there. I'm not even talking English good no more. So see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Stealing from Hal Rudnick now.